A lot of trouble beating Liverpool, a lot of trouble beating City, and fortunately this season we've beaten them both. But this is where you got to kick on again. You've got to go again. So this is something you say, right, we're capable of doing it. You go again. You'll know Yorkie, you'll know Michael about having to forget that one and go in again.
And you know when you're going for a title, Dwight, the importance of some of these fixtures, and you can see from the body language, the reaction of these Arsenal players. You know, it wasn't lost on them today.
Yeah, this was a statement from Arsenal, in my opinion. It's a game, as we clearly identified, that Liverpool, Arsenal couldn't lose this game. And I think what you saw here is a team that intend to fight all the way. And credit to Arteta and the players. I think they got it spot on. I think tactically, playing 2-6 with Jorginho in there as well as Declan Rice, give them that balance. And overall, I think that everyone who's looking in will think they're happy with the Arsenal performance and deserve the win at the end.
They'll hope it's a picture book moment come the end of May anyway, so...
Yeah, I'm sure they will, and they've certainly taken one big step to being involved in the run-in, haven't they? If they didn't win today, 5 points and a negative goal advantage, they're sort of 6 points behind Liverpool. I would have probably thought that's too much, even with a draw. But now they've won it, it's total game changer, Steve. Manchester City will be sitting there rubbing their hands together as well, I think.
The thing with that, though, Mike, is that to beat Liverpool at home like they did, it will give them a lot of confidence because they know they can keep going. Because we saw with Liverpool, even though it was a soft goal from Arsenal, they're very dangerous. So to be able to keep going, even when you conceded a goal so late in the first half, to come back out and get it going again, it was a really good performance, and the kind of performance you have to put in if you're trying to go for these kind of titles.
This was a big test. This was a big test for Arsenal, and they passed the test with flying colours. They, although I did think Liverpool didn't play particularly well, but take nothing away from Arsenal. They really came out, they know what they needed to do, and they got the job done.
They certainly did. Much more from these three wise men and all the reaction from the Emirates to come. What an enthralling Premier League weekend we have witnessed so far, and a combination of 41 goals. That is the joint most of any Premier League match weekend this season. And, of course, we have one more game to bring you with the champions at Brentford on Monday after all those results on Saturday, including that incredible 4-4 draw before Newcastle and Luton. Today, a vital point for Forest at the bottom at Bournemouth. A crushing defeat for Chelsea, 4-2 at home to Wolves. Matheus Cunha getting a hat-trick for Gary O'Neill's side. 3 goals and 3 points for Manchester United at home to West Ham. And exactly the same for Arsenal against Liverpool, who ended with 10 men. And as I say, the Monday Night Football still to come from West London. So this is exactly what the Arsenal fans wanted to see by this evening. The gap at the top, played 23 each, reduced to 2 points. Liverpool with a 5 better goal difference. Manchester City will join Arsenal on 49 points if they beat Brentford in the Monday Night Football. And of course, they would still have a game in hand on both Arsenal and Liverpool as well. Manchester United nudging their way up to 6 today above West Ham into the top 6. Wolves into the top 10. And Forest, as I say, 2 points now above the bottom 3. Luton still have a game in hand. Sheffield United, Burnley and Everton in the drop zone. Much more from Michael, Dwight and Wrighty on the way. And reaction to Arsenal's 3-1 victory over Liverpool. A game some said they had to win. They have won. They did not lose. And they got all 3 points. That was the big moment in the second half. It had them jumping for joy. That made sure of it. Arsenal with a statement win. All the reaction on the way.
That Liverpool will want to forget. How would you evaluate that performance?
Yeah, definitely result-wise, and obviously how we conceded the goals. But yeah, it's been a while since we lost a Premier League game, and it hurts now. And like I said, the second goal shouldn't happen. The third goal obviously was on the break, and they had a lot of space. But yeah, the disappointment at this stage is very high, and I have to do much better in the second goal, and I'll learn from it.
How would you try and explain what happened in that second goal? Have you been replaying it in your head?
Not really, to be fair. Obviously, the ball is long, and it was an awkward one, and I think Ali touched me a little bit, and it's one of those freak situations that like I said, I must have done better there, and good that these things don't happen too many times, because obviously it's it's not a thing that should happen, but something that I definitely should improve. But I will.
Did you speak to Alisson about it on the pitch, or you'll have a little word with him now?
No, because obviously it's 2-1 and you still have time to turn it around. So you focus back on that, and obviously I think we both are, like everyone else in the team, is disappointed. And it was in my feeling, especially at the start of the second half, I think it was unnecessary to get 2-1 down, and it hurts. It hurts for me personally as well. And like I said, it's been a very long time since you lost the Premier League game, and now it's time to regroup and don't let any panic creep in, and focus on the next game.
A missed opportunity to go 8 points clear at the top. Does it feel like a damaging defeat in terms of the title race, or is the feeling that there's a long way to go?
There's a long way to go. Every game is on its own, and today was a very big game, obviously for them as well, and for us exactly the same, and that's what we showed. And the intensity of the game was very high, and I think could have gone both ways, but obviously individual mistakes in the end cost us.
Just finally, the first defeat since Jurgen Klopp announced that he'd be leaving the club. When you go onto the pitch at the moment, are you thinking about it? Are you thinking about it all the time, the manager leaving?
No, not at all. I think first defeat since September. I think that's the phrase I think you can say. We have been very consistent throughout the whole season, and we have to just keep going. Nothing has changed, and the focus is still on trying to win each and every game ahead of us, and that didn't change. And unfortunately, we couldn't do it today.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Safe trip back.
Liverpool captain refreshingly honest there, Michael. He says that second goal shouldn't happen and I have to do much better. You agree with him?
Well, it shouldn't happen. No, it was definitely a mistake.
No, but he's shouldering the blame there?
I thought it was Alisson's fault. If I had to pick a player, listen, you can blame both of them in many ways. I think potentially Virgil van Dijk could head this one. He could head it, he lets it bounce. But after that, he's in total control. If Alisson stays on his line, he's in control. He's happy one-on-one. He's stronger, he's quicker, he's goal side. He's absolutely in control. Just don't come out and leave him to it. He can roll it back to you. He can pass it out wide to Robbo. He can clear it. But Alisson comes out and actually they half collide and then none of them touch it. So, yes, there's a little bit of blame. You can see his eyes are on him. He's on him. He's got to leave it for Alisson because Alisson makes that decision. And he's the one that misses it. So I think it's more Alisson's fault than Van Dijk's, and I think he's doing the real captain's thing and taking the blame.
I think when you see it, if Alisson doesn't come, then, there's no way Gabriel Martinelli gets on that side of Virgil. There's no way he's going to get on that side, so he can easily shepherd it out over that side, over to the left. But seeing Alisson there and then getting the little nudge, it's confused everything. He needed more communication from the goalkeeper.
But is it not rule number one, don't let the ball bounce?
Yeah, firstly.
So you deal with that. The moment you allow that ball to bounce, then you bring in all those factors that came into it, right?
Yeah. Even though he's going backwards.
Yeah, and as much as he may be in control, by the time you're allowing the attacker to really get involved, and then, of course, it's just a bunch of errors coming up. Van Dijk had control. He could have dealt with it. Then the goalkeeper, Alisson, he obviously comes out, made a mess of it. You don't need all that. Deal with the situation early doors and then start again. But the moment you allow that ball to bounce, we all attackers here, you get a chance. You're sniffing away, aren't you? And that was compounded into one mistake, into another mistake that led to the goal.
That's the only thing he does wrong, though, I think, Virgil van Dijk. After that, he's in control. It's Alisson that makes the big call.
I think
you're right.
He's moving out of the way so Alisson can come and clear it. Yeah.
So what should Alisson be doing for you here, Michael? Either staying where he is?
Well, either staying where he is or making contact with the ball. But he's made the decision, and you can see Virgil van Dijk seeing him, and it's a little bit the same as the first, the mistake for the Arsenal goal.
He's shepherding him, isn't he?
But it's shepherding, exactly. And he's seen him early, and so he's right. And now I'm barging him out the way, giving him as much space as he can to clear it, and he misses it eventually. They collide. But that is the only thing I do think Virgil van Dijk will look at it and think, should I have headed it? After that, I think it's Alisson's fault.
Yeah, like Dwight said, don't make the ball bounce. That's what we'd want, like you say.
Yeah.
Once the ball bounces, then all sorts of different permutations can happen. Like that, people get confused, communication. It's the best thing that could have happened for Martinelli.
And he probably deserved the goal as well, didn't he? I mean, I thought he was the most dangerous player, and I was really surprised as well to see him come off.
I was very surprised and confused. But then Trossard scored, so then I had to kind of eat my words a bit. Humble pie I've got.
To be fair, you're easily confused.
Yeah, easily confused. Humble pie's at the house waiting to go.
But it was a huge moment in a game of that magnitude, wasn't it, at 1-1? I mean, that, as Michael says, they're fine margins sometimes.
Well, defining moments in the game, isn't it? It's a game changer, you call that, right? So the game is in the balance. We just don't know where it's going to go. Liverpool got the advantage coming back after half-time after getting that important goal, although there's a huge mistakes again from Arsenal point of view. And then you thought Liverpool sort of kicking on, and they got Núñez to bring on, and the way how Liverpool was prolonging, they think they're right in the game. And then to come and concede such a soft goal at the end really compound them obviously going on. Although I do believe that Arsenal was slightly the better team overall.
Yeah, I have to totally agree. Whereas you'd have thought that Liverpool would have offered a bit more in respects of attacking. You know what I mean? How many shots on goal and that. So that's the main thing, really. OK, let's Emirates and get some reaction from an Arsenal point of view. One of the goal scorers, Gabriel Martinelli, is waiting to talk to us. Well done today, Gabriel. A 5th goal for you, actually, in your career against Liverpool. How good, how significant does that win feel?
Yeah, it was a great game from us. I think we deserved the win. We gave everything on the pitch. The supporters, they were amazing as well, so we deserved the win.
Particularly the way that first half finished for you, to go again at the start of the second half.
Yeah, I think we did well in the first half as well as the second. Also, we were believing. We conceded, I think, in the last minute, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
We were in the dressing room supporting each other, and yeah, we did well in the second half, and we never give up, and we scored another 2 goals in the second half and won the game. Yeah,
we've just been looking at that all-important second goal from a Liverpool defensive point of view, but from yours, from an attack, I'm sitting with 3 strikers here, you just never give up and expect an error like that, I guess.
Yeah, of course, we can't give up. Always expect some mistake from them, and yeah, I was lucky there, and I didn't give up, as you said, and was a great ball from Gabi, and yeah, goal. I'm feeling so happy with the victory and the goal as well.
Gabriel, it's Michael Owen here. You said that it was a great performance from Arsenal. I thought it was a great performance from yourself as well as an individual. Why is it that you keep playing well against Liverpool? You've got a great record against them.
Hello. I don't know. I just try to do my best, and I don't know. I try to do my best every time on the pitch, and I think I have a bit more luck against them. I don't know, but it's good for the team. It's good for me.
Righty, do you want to speak to Gabriel?
Well, hey, Gabby, how are you?
Hey, legend.
Hey, my friend. I was very disappointed to see you going off, Gabby. Obviously, we won the game in the end. How did you feel when you came off? You looked very disappointed.
You know how an attacking player feels when he goes to the bench, you know. So I didn't want to come off. It's normal. We always want to be on the pitch and help the team, and even more in a game like that. So I know you understand me.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
We saw everyone's reaction at the end, Gabriel. Was it a game you felt you couldn't lose? The significance of a win in the bigger picture of the title race to beat the league leaders?
Yeah, we came to the game with just one mentality, and that was to win the game, and we did it. So great performance and great win.
Yes.
And just finally, what kind of belief injection is that to do that against Liverpool and reduce the gap at the moment to 2 points?
It's still too many games to go, and we know how the Premier League is, and we are gonna try to win as much as possible, or all of them, the games. But we need to be patient and go game by game and try to win all of them.
Very well done today. Congratulations. Thanks for talking to us.
Well done,
Yes,
Gabby.
Thank you, guys.
Gabriel Martinelli live from back. What a start and what an end to that first half at the Emirates. Right, let's take it to Arsenal's early goal. What a start, Righty. They were on the front foot right
Brilliant
from minute
start.
one.
Exactly what you'd want against the Liverpool side. You want to put them under pressure straight away. And if they're not tight enough, you can play through them like this. This was just great pass there from Gabriel Magalhaes, but it's the movement from Kai Havertz. You could see it there, and now he's in, and you're thinking, can he finish? Because this is what we've needed to happen. He doesn't there, but then Saka with a very, very good touch, backing him up and scores. It's brilliant goal.
From a Liverpool point of view, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, they've always gone to the ball, they've always pressed, and Trent Alexander-Arnold here, he leaves his man Martinelli and goes and presses the ball. That means that Konate has to then come over and press himself. You see in the middle, Virgil van Dijk, he does neither. He doesn't come across, or he doesn't pick up Ødegaard, who plays the ball through, and all of a sudden you've got a huge gap in the middle of the defence for Arsenal to run through. I mean, they worked it so well. Lovely little touch as well from Saka. I mean, he made the finish look easy, but the ball comes in quite quickly. But I just think Liverpool, it was almost a domino effect. People out of position, and all of a sudden they got exposed. But look at this touch there. It comes quick to him, and he puts it in well. Good goal from Arsenal's point of view, but I think Liverpool will be disappointed.
And the way Arsenal started, Liverpool didn't look themselves at all, Dwight.
Not at all. I thought Arsenal really got off to a really, really good start. You can see in the passive of play how, 1 and 2 touches get the ball out when it was important that way. And I think Michael obviously described it correctly there with Van Dijk pulling him out of position that he doesn't want to go into. And the moment that they exploited extremely well, I think Ødegaard one-time pass into Havertz was actually tremendous. The fact that they got on to score just the started that Arsenal wanted.
And then they dominated. And Liverpool are actually level despite not having a shot on target, which is an extraordinary way